Hi everyone, today I want to show you a few tips and things that you might not know that you can do using Gate to Sovngarde. If you're not using the collection, many of these things can also be achieved with certain mods, so you might want to stick around too. There are many things that I want to show you, so let's jump straight into it. If you've ever picked up a lantern in your travels, you can disable or enable the light by pressing L in your keyboard. By default, it will automatically turn on or off based on context, but you can override it with the key L. The mining output depends on your smithing experience. That means that at the beginning you won't get a lot of ore and it will take a long time to mine out the veins. But later on you will get 8 or 9 ores easily in just a few strikes. So keep at it and you'll improve in no time. You can also sit down at any time by pressing T, the waiting key. Then you just stand up by moving forward. Another thing that you might notice are trees and platforms around the world from which you can jump. There are 12 of them in the world, and doing each of these jumps gives you a bit of damage resistance to fall damage, so it's extremely useful. Just keep an eye out for eagles as they like to fly around these locations. If you're trying to escape from enemies, just stay away from shallow waters, because they will slow down your movement significantly. Getting into combat will result in combat stress. To get rid of this, you will have to basically have a drink. If you do this at an inn, it will be much more effective, but you can also just have a bit of meat or ale in your travels. Stress doesn't happen too often, but you shouldn't let it accumulate. Just make sure that you're letting your character sit down and have a drink at an inn from time to time, and you'll be fine. Many of you are asking me about the transparent blue orb that sometimes appears on surfaces. It's not a ghost, I promise. This is an indicator that you can climb there. So if you press jump, your character will climb. Hair scissors. So you get these every 10 to 15 days, but you can also purchase them from a shop. They basically allow you to safely customize your character without breaking anything. And next we have soap. You can purchase or craft your own soap and just use it. And it will give you a small boost to your speechcraft just for a little bit of time. So the followers of interested NPCs will not blindly follow any character that randomly talks to them. Each follower from this mod has 3 different ways to convince them to follow you. So if you're high level enough, for example, most of them will agree to come with you. But there are other ways to convince them. For example, Gore here loves it if you're carrying Horker stew, which is like his favorite meal. So that will make him follow you if you want. So pressing the key G allows you to taunt enemies. You can also talk to friends from afar, have a friendly person come to you, and you can even intimidate bandits and animals just with this key. Another thing introduced with the latest update are different types of weapons. You now have spears, you have halberds, you have quarterstaffs, and more. They are implemented in a balanced and light way and will not be so common as other more traditional weapons in Skyrim. Also remember that you can heal your followers just by activating them while they're down. And always remember to take care of your followers, as there is a small chance that they get a serious injury, maybe even die during combat. Another important shortcut to memorize are quick potions. So V will have you drink a health potion, B will make you drink a stamina potion, and N will have you drink a magicka potion. All 3 keys are together at the bottom of the keyboard, so it should be easy to memorize. Then if you haven't had any skooma yet, you definitely should. Each time you consume skooma you will get a random effect, and there are 69 of them. So have fun discovering the secrets of skooma. If you activate a flute, a lute or a drum from your inventory, you will play music. At the beginning you will suck, but keep playing and eventually you'll become a complete bard pro. You will receive tips and compliments and more, so keep at it.
Another quiet day, I hope.
While you're not wearing a helmet, you can do random conversations with NPCs when you select this dialogue option. It has many uses. For example, you can do a bit of chit chat and it might increase your speechcraft. What a classic, just talking about the weather. Also, with the latest update to Gate to Sovngarde, some recipes for more exotic weapons are locked behind books that you can buy from blacksmiths. This helps keep the smithing menu clean, while also having you seek these books if you're interested in a certain weapon type. All you have to do is buy the book, read it, and then you can craft the weapon type. The new weapon types tend to inflict less damage than their vanilla counterparts, but they offer other perks, like for example extended reach, or maybe a little bit more attack speed, and so on. Now let's briefly talk about special activations. So pressing Shift plus E on a dog will make you pet them. Good dog. On bards you can upload them. On a weapon or food you will equip it immediately. With followers you will open their inventory, and as you can see the text changes, so it's very easy to remember. Just press Shift for this and then you're done. You can also pick up the corpse of some dead animal, which you can then sell to certain shopkeepers. You can also peek on the other side of doors through the keyhole, also with Shift plus activation. And this one's a bit different. If you hold E near firewood or near a training dummy, you will get a special animation with a bonus. So not Shift, just E. Alright, and moving on from these activations. So clearing bandit lairs, forts and hideouts will often result in those locations being taken over by guards. So the roads of Skyrim will be a little bit safer thanks to you. Some of these locations work automatically, but others allow you to decide who to give the location to. So you just activate the banner and you can choose. Next, let's talk about campfire. So to set up a tent, just click on it from your inventory, and then you can just place it with the activate button, so the E key. You can also place a campfire, but the menu for this one is in your abilities menu, right? So once selected, you press set, like any other ability, and then you can place a campfire. You will need firewood to light it up, which you can get from wooden objects like buckets or bowls, or you can just get it from a firewood pile or chopping some firewood yourself. Something very useful from the campfire is the skills menu. By playing the game, you will unlock these perks. Each tree has its own perk points, and you can select them from the bottom, like a normal perk tree. Some of these will be quite useful, like making your horse faster, or allowing you to tame animals. And the mountain perk, for example, will allow you to get extra carry weight. You can unlock the sneak eye, and also unlock the compass, which many of you are asking about. But yeah, you can unlock many other things with this perk point, so make sure that you're checking regularly. And you level it up just by discovering locations in this case. Some of these perks will give you abilities that you can use, like being able to detect enemies nearby, or crafting things on the fly, and so on. Next, let's talk about injuries. So this happens quite rarely, so hopefully you will only be heavily injured once or twice per playthrough, but they add some unexpected turn of events for your story. The worst injury you can get is a broken bone. The animation of your character will change, and if you've broken a leg, for example, and you haven't treated it yet, running around will hurt your HP. To treat a bone or a wound, you just need to use the treat injuries menu from your abilities, and then just follow the instructions. Since some injuries can take a long time to heal, you can also equip a clean bandage directly from your inventory menu. This will place it in the wounded part of your body, and it will speed up recovery considerably at the cost of losing an armor slot until you remove the bandage. Remember that you need to sleep. So this is a feature introduced by survival mode, and something special from the collection is that when you activate a bed, you lie on it and you get a comfy blanket, but to actually sleep you need to press T. So you open the wait menu and then you decide how long you want to wait for. So it's kind of just like in real life, right? You first need to lie on bed, and then you just wait until you fall asleep, right? I think it makes sense. All right. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned a few new things, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.